Hi. Well, I'm Deborah, and today I wanted to show you something on the clarinet. Well, I wasn't really planning on playing it. I was going to try to show you how to take it apart and put it back together again. The first thing you really have to learn when you're playing the clarinet is how to put it together. But I'll just blow a couple of notes on it while I'm here, just so you can hear it while it's put together. Well, that's when the Saints go marching in on the clarinet. I have another video where I show you actually how to play the clarinet. And see, it has a reed back here, and you're supposed to keep that reed moist. So when you're putting it together, I usually have it in my mouth, moistening it up. But for now, I'm going to take it apart. You see the little screws right here. I have to unscrew them first to take the reed out. Let's see, so unscrew it. I take the reed out first when I'm taking it down, and I have some little cases to put it in. It's my little reed case here. Let's see, there you go. And I just slide it in. Just make sure you don't, the tip up here, make sure you don't scratch it up against anything. It's very delicate. It can easily crack and split, and the sound just doesn't sound the same anymore. You really have to just throw it away and get another one. But they come in packages of like 10 sometimes. You can buy one at a time at the music store. But anyway, that's a reed. Now, I use like a 1.5, but you can use a 2 or a 3. But I like a 1.5. It's like the easiest one to play. But let's see. So, see that little part right there? That little ligature. That comes off. But you really don't have to take it off. And just kind of screw this. I've had it together for so long now, it's kind of stuck on there. And I have a music stand for my clarinet down here. Anyway, you put that back on. See, there's no reed in there now. And some people, when they play the clarinet, they have the ligature on that way. Either way is correct. It really doesn't matter. But I'll show you more when I put it back together again. So that's that. And here's my case I have over here. They're all different kind of clarinets. I have about 4 different clarinets. I bought this one actually at a pawn shop. So here's the case. And in the case, there's a space for each little thing. Like this has a little space where it goes. Can you see it right there? There you go. And each little place, like a puzzle, you're putting it back together again in the puzzle pieces. So then the barrel. And usually right before this, I'm usually cleaning it out. Here's a cleaning cloth here. Let me show you the barrel first. I kind of screw it a little. Like I say, I've had this on a little while, so kind of screw it off. Don't just rip it out. Pull gently because there's the cork, and you want to make sure you keep that cork on there nice and gentle, because you don't want to get rid. If you damage your cork, you have to get it recorked, and that's more money. And so actually, like, here's the barrel, and see, this is a cleaning cloth, one of many types of cleaning cloths. And actually, the little weight that was in there kind of just came out. I'm gonna have to sew it back in, but it helps it to drop down into your clarinet, and you just pull it through gently to clean out all the spit that's inside. If you've been playing it, you're spitting in it, and all this moisture in there. So that's what it is, to clean out all the moisture, and it goes onto the rag. But I haven't played this lately, so there's no moisture right now. So, and that goes another little spot. In this one, there's a little spot for the barrel. When I put it in, can you see it? Probably not. But here you go. There's a little spot right here. Sometimes there's a spot where you lay it down. This one has, I don't know, this one has 2 barrels. I don't even know why. You see it there? Yep, there you go. But there you go. Let me get the next part. Take off the next part. So you see right here, these two have to be lined up when you're putting them together. But you kind of hold one down because there's a little space here where it comes up. The 2 pieces are kind of together. I hold it down a little so you don't damage the little metal part. And I say screw it off gently. And then usually clean that out. Another spot for that too. In the case. Okay, usually, see, when you put it in the case, there's a spot for all these other keys that are laying over here. There's a little spot. There's 2 different sizes. This one's a little bigger and this one a little smaller, so they should fit right into that spot right there. You'll see on your each clarinet is a little different. Each case is a little different. Each clarinet's a little different. And then my other one, almost done. Only a couple of pieces left. Screw softly, gently, so you don't tear up your cork. And there you go. Those two pieces are left. So like this one at the bottom here has a little thumb spot too. There's usually a spot in there in your case, so it fits in gently. So there you go. Mostly just about all done. And I see there's a spot for that little thumb rest at the bottom down there. It's like a puzzle. Like I say, just putting a puzzle together. Now the last part is, where'd it go? There you go. This part here. So there's a spot for that too. And it fits all in there nicely. Just let me show you. There you go. All the puzzle pieces are back together. And see, it closes nice and gently if it's all in there correctly. If it doesn't quite close, like some are hard cases, some are soft cases, doesn't close, there's something wrong. So just kind of wiggle it to make sure it's in there correctly. And let me show you my music stand. One of my music stands, I have a couple. This one, I don't know why, it's a little cheaper. But it's a nice one I like because it fits so nicely in the barrel, in this part here. It kind of fits in there, so when you store it, it's all in the clarinet case together. So that one is a little different to open. I tried showing people how to open it, and it just doesn't. You have to be gentle with it because I've broken several of these, mainly from stepping on them or something. But you kind of pull it towards you and then down. You keep turning. There's 4 pieces towards you and then down, towards you and then down, and towards you and then down. And actually, see, there's 4, so it fits nicely on the ground. And then when you set your clarinet on it, it's right on here. You set the whole clarinet right on it like that. So it's nice. It's a nice stand, and it's so easy to carry around with you. But, you know, I think they don't make them anymore. I tried looking for these, actually. Luckily, I have a few. I had about 4 clarinets, and I have a couple of friends I was showing them how to play, so I let them borrow a couple of clarinets, and each one had a stand. I had bought several of these, luckily, a long time ago. They really don't make it anymore. I found this other stand. I like a little sturdier. It's probably not exactly a clarinet stand. Might be considered even a flute stand, I think they said. But this is what I have, and it doesn't fit in my case, though. That's the only thing, as well as that other one. So you unscrew the top. And then there's all these other little legs. And this one I kind of bent. I kind of tripped on it. And it bent and just put a screw right in, gently into there. But like I say, I bent it a little. So it just goes in there like that. But I'm going to take it back out again because I'm going to put the clarinet together now. Show you how that is done. So there we go. This part, it all comes out again, the legs. And then this little part here on top where you screw it on. There you go. Then I put that on the ground because I'm going to set my clarinet on it. Okay, now to start with my grease, cork grease. This is some cork grease. I know it looks like chapstick or something, but it's cork grease. And you cork it up before you screw on each piece. And I've also heard that Vaseline works too, just as well. I started using Vaseline too because it's sometimes, you know, cork grease is really bad if you keep it in your car and it melts and all kind of things happen. So you go through a lot of cork grease sometimes. So let's see. We'll start with this piece here. This is the piece with the thumb rest on. And so you grease up your cork. Just go around here with your cork grease, around the cork. I kind of squish it around. That's on my finger. But anyway, there we go. And you get the little barrel. I mean, this looks like a trumpet part. The bell, there you go. And you gotta gently put it on. I just gotta screw it on gently, so you don't want to damage anything. So those two are together. I'm gonna set it down on my stand that's down here. And the next piece is this one, the other one with the with the keys on it, you see, the metal keys. And this has 2 corks, so grease up both sides. Make sure it kind of gets all the way around if you can. Like there's some still on my fingers. So I'm just going to go ahead and just do that. Grease it all up so it slides gently in. I've had to have some clarinets recorked too, believe me. Let's see. I'm just going to, I hold it down. I know you can't probably see it. There's a little spot. See the little spot there? And this other one here is supposed to go over it. So make sure you hold it down. You don't want to squish the 2 together and you'll be bending one. There we go. And it just goes gently over the other one on top of. You don't want it to be twisting and breaking. Then, you see you're lining up the keys. See the holes? They should be lined up in front. And then if it's not, don't twist all the way around. Hold that down before you twist it to get it back in place. Because some people I know just start twisting. Oh my gosh, my students have some. I teach adults, believe me, it was horrifying to see what they did. And I paid for the clarinet, so of course they didn't care how it was damaged. So anyway, the next part is a barrel. Let's see, I had 2 barrels, but anyway, there's the barrel. Now I already did both sides of the clarinet. I already greased them both up. So then, okay, here you go. You just slowly, gently put that on. Don't let the other parts twist while you do that. Then, the last part is the mouthpiece here. Here's the mouthpiece. Let me get some cork on that, some cork grease on that one too. Everything needs to get a little grease on it. Makes it slide on nice and gentle. You don't damage your clarinet. I know sometimes some parents buy the clarinet and sometimes, you know, the kids didn't spend their own money, so they kind of mistreat it sometimes. But, you know, be gentle to your clarinet and it'll last a long time. You can always go to the store, and sometimes I have to get the corks redone. There's a music store, you know, nearby where I can get that done. But you want to be gentle. It all costs money to get it done. Oh, then my poor little reed, there it is. Like I say, usually while I'm doing all that screwing on of the clarinet, I'm usually putting it in my mouth, the reed. You're getting it all moistened up. So you keep it in there a little longer than what I just did. So you're going to, usually the whole time while I'm putting it together, I've got the reed all moistened up. Then, okay, it goes, I usually do this last. So you take off that metal ligature. And the reed goes, see the flat part? There's a round part and then a flat part. You can see the flat. There you go. See it's flat. Just lay it right on top. Then you've got to get your ligature over that very gently. There's a wide part and a narrow part. So you try to get the widest over gently. As you can see it there, gently, gently. Don't scratch it. Don't tear it. Don't do anything to that reed. The reeds cost money too. Everything costs money. There we go. And try to get it down there, and you screw it back on. Screw it tight. You try to get it even with your mouthpiece. That's close enough. You blow into it and see how it goes. See if it's good enough. There you go. Like I said, I use mine on this side, but now I notice people do a lot of them where they have it on that side, so it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really affect the sound. And then you have to make sure the reed is lined up with your thumb, the thumb hole back here and the thumb down here should all be lined up in back here. So it's all nice and straight as an arrow. There you go. So then you're ready to play your clarinet. And then I'm ready to put it on my stand. Remember my stand that I have here? I keep it on a stand. Don't just set it down on the ground, on the rug or the carpet or the wooden floor or whatever you have, because it's too easy to tip over. And so be gentle with your clarinet, and your clarinet will be good to you. So that's how to put together a clarinet. There it is. Put together and take apart. Now you know. Bye for now.